ID4T Model, an integrated multidisciplinary framework. The ID4T is a model of instructional design for teachers, an effective approach, as it were, to designing student learning and perfectly applicable to a nursing education setting. The nature of this approach, both systemic and systematic, and the comprehensive steps it comprises makes ID4T an evolutionary breakthrough in the process of instructional design. In the context of nursing education, it can effectively integrate constructivist notions, user design, inquiry-based and problem-based learning, and at the same time follow the standards of practice, which makes it highly commendable for adoption. Some of the principles of ID4T include having a clear set goal, knowing one's students in all their diversity, being creative but prepared, testing and revising the instructional techniques, aligning goals and resources, and practicing the instructional design on a regular basis. In its customary sense, ID4T features learning based on problem solving, something that can be perfectly aligned with the authenticity of activities as per the constructionist approach, equating learning and exploration, collective construction of knowledge, and metacognition, or reflecting upon one's learning. These features of ID4T are in concordance with the constructionist framework, especially in the last two instances, as they subsume giving the students voice in the classroom and assessing what they personally get from the instruction, apart from their academic outcomes. The ID4T can integrate user design in that the students are encouraged to create their goals and experiences themselves. One can assume that this specific aspect encourages collaborative environment and consensus-driven decision-making, which is crucial for nursing practice. However, when implementing user design in a classroom, the most logical position would be to guide the design and help the students rather than provide them with a carte blanche to do whatever they think is necessary. Since the teacher is the design expert, the students are liable to some assistance and are to be held accountable for their accomplishments and reflective practice. The ID4T is said to promote inquiry learning wherein the students are free to open discussions and ask questions. At the same time, it should be based on prescribed and state-approved content consistent with standards of practice. It means that ID4T is simultaneously flexible and standard-oriented, which facilitates inquisitive open-mindedness and professional excellence at the same time. This framework can be potentially disadvantageous in that it is time-consuming and resource-consuming, the latter being the result of integrated interdisciplinary approach wherein the students have the opportunity to obtain knowledge and hands-on work experience benefiting from community resources. Because of these two factors, one can have an impression that this framework is not feasible in the context of nursing education. However, the many advantages of ID4T, doubtlessly, outweigh the possible weaknesses. In line with a nurse educator's mission, this approach stimulates academic inquiry and motivates the students and the teachers to strive for excellence. The resources that such framework requires do not exceed the goals set on the stage of development, by virtue of resource and goal alignment. Additionally, because ID4T is compatible with user design, it can meet the needs of diverse learners. To conclude, the ID4T model is a peak in the evolution of instructional design. Through successful integration of a variety of disciplines and concepts, it helps educators to create an effective and efficient instruction.